Have you ever watched a love story that felt like something out of a fairy tale until suddenly it didn't? That's exactly what's unfolding right now between Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Once hailed as the couple who boldly ditched royal tradition and carved out their own path, they're now back in the headlines, but for reasons no one expected. And this time, it's not about royalty, castles, or crowns. It's about something far more raw: love, or the fading of it. Shocking whispers are making their way through royal watchers and fans alike. Meghan Markle has allegedly said something that no one could have predicted. "I don't love Prince Harry." Take a moment to let that sink in. This isn't just another wild tabloid rumor. These words, according to insiders, came straight from Meghan herself, and that changes everything. This is the same woman who stood firmly beside Harry through thick and thin, royal scandals, brutal media storms, and a total life overhaul that saw them leave the UK for a fresh start in America. Meghan gave up her old life to build a new one with Harry. But now she seems to be pulling away. Not quietly, not gently, but with a level of honesty that stings. There's no sugarcoating it. It's blunt, it's painful, and it's turning the dream into something much harder to face. But if you've been paying close attention, this didn't just fall out of the sky. There have been signs, subtle ones, and not so subtle ones. Royal fans, relationship experts, even casual observers have picked up on the tension. There were public appearances where Harry looked like he was just going through the motions, more like a silent bodyguard than a loving husband. Meghan skipped out on important family events. And when they were seen together, their body language felt cold, disconnected. Not exactly the image of a couple madly in love. But still, people wanted to believe in the fairy tale. Now, that fairy tale seems to have hit a harsh reality. Sources close to Meghan say this isn't some dramatic fight or overblown celebrity spat. It's something that's been building for a long time. Quietly. Painfully. Meghan has felt emotionally drained, isolated, and unheard. And not for lack of effort. According to people in her inner circle, she tried, really tried, to make it work. But here's the tough truth. Even love, real love, needs more than effort to survive. And for Meghan, that deep connection, it's been slipping away for a while. Now just imagine being Harry in all of this. A man who gave up his royal titles, left behind palace walls, said goodbye to the backing of the monarchy, and sacrificed his bond with his own brother, all for Meghan. He did it to protect her, to start fresh, to build a new life away from the constant glare of the spotlight. And now, after giving up everything, to hear that she may no longer love him? That's not just heartbreak. That's an emotional earthquake. But just when you think this story can't get any more intense, another name is pulled into the drama: Prince William. Yep, you heard that right. Meghan reportedly confessed that she's always admired William. And we're not talking about a friendly family respect kind of way. Sources say the admiration may have had a deeper layer, and suddenly, jaws everywhere are dropping. Because now we're not just dealing with a broken marriage. We're potentially looking at unspoken feelings that were never addressed. And that could change everything we thought we knew about this royal trio. As for William, he's reportedly blindsided. This is a man who's been working overtime to keep things calm, professional, and focused on the future of the monarchy. The last thing he wanted was to be dragged into Harry and Meghan's storm. But here he is, center stage in a royal soap opera he never signed up for. Insiders say he's horrified by the rumors. He's trying to protect his image, manage the crown's reputation, and now he's caught in the crossfire. Meanwhile, Harry's world seems to be quietly unraveling. True to form, he's not making a public scene, but those close to him say he's completely heartbroken. He's angry, confused, trying to figure out how you even begin to move forward when the person you gave up your whole world for suddenly isn't there emotionally anymore. How do you cope when you sacrificed everything and it still wasn't enough? And this this is just scratching the surface. But here's what's really shaking Harry to his core. Meghan's not lashing out. She's not angry. She's not even bitter. She's just distant, emotionally checked out. It's like her heart quietly packed its bags and walked out weeks ago. And for Harry, that silence, it's louder than any argument. It's chilling. He's used to Meghan being expressive, passionate, good or bad. But this new version of her? Detached, cool, gone, and he knows deep down, this isn't something a romantic getaway or some tearful apology can fix. Insiders close to Harry say he's still hanging on, still in love, still not ready to let go. He hasn't accepted the idea that it's over. In his mind, he's replaying everything he gave up, the royal responsibilities he stepped away from, the public scrutiny he braved, the rift with his brother, the safety, the prestige, everything he traded in for the chance to build a new life with Meghan. Now he's starting to wonder, did it mean as much to her as it did to him? Meanwhile, Meghan's attention seems to be shifting. She's been spotted focusing more on her own brand, her solo projects, and noticeably spending less and less time with Harry in public. People are starting to say, this isn't just a relationship on pause, this is a full-on pivot. Meghan may be transitioning from one half of a power couple back to a solo brand, a force of her own. She hasn't made any dramatic declarations, but those closest to her say she's working hard to take back control of her own narrative. They say she's felt smothered, not just by Harry, but by the constant media circus, the weight of being a symbol, a wife, a duchess. Even the dream came with pressure. The scrutiny never let up. And now? She's pulling herself out of that noise, not with drama, but with quiet resolve. But there's one thing that can't be ignored: the kids. Archie and Lilibet are still so young, too young to know what's going on. But make no mistake, they're right in the center of all this. Friends of the couple say that no matter what, Meghan and Harry are aligned on one thing: protecting the children, keeping them away from the chaos, shielding them from headlines. But privately, there's a lot of concern about what comes next. If things really do fall apart, what happens to the family structure? Will Meghan want to move back into the Hollywood spotlight full-time? Will Harry feel the pull to return to the UK, his roots, his remaining family, his past? Either way, the family as they know it won't be the same, and that reality is weighing heavily. Behind the scenes, the royal institution is watching everything unfold with serious concern. Even though Harry and Meghan stepped back from official royal duties, the truth is, they'll never be untied from the crown. Everything they do still reflects on the monarchy. And every headline about them races across Buckingham Palace faster than ever. The palace may be silent, but make no mistake, meetings are happening. Damage control is already in play. There's genuine fear that this very public unraveling could send more shockwaves through an already fragile royal image. And then there's the public. Reactions are split right down the middle. Some are applauding Meghan, calling her brave for speaking her truth and reclaiming her space. Others are rallying around Harry, saying he's paid the price, and this heartbreak is more than anyone deserves. And somewhere in between, people just watching this royal drama unfold in real time, waiting for the next unexpected twist. Because let's be clear, this isn't just a high-profile breakup. This is a turning point, a slow-motion implosion of what once seemed unbreakable, and it's only getting more complicated. Harry hasn't said a word publicly, and knowing his style, he probably won't. He's never been one to air personal business, especially when it comes to Meghan. Even now, as the cracks deepen and rumors fly, he's still guarding her. Still protecting her name? That's just who he is. But silence doesn't mean peace. And according to insiders, behind closed doors, Harry is in mourning. Mourning not just the loss of love, but the loss of the future he thought they were building together. He walks around with this distant look in his eyes, friends say. He smiles when people speak to him, nods politely, but his mind? It's elsewhere. Some believe he's still in denial. Others think he's holding out hope. Maybe both are true. What's painfully clear is that Harry doesn't want this to be the end. He still loves her. He still believes there might be something to fight for. But the question haunting him now is love alone enough? And that realization? It's devastating. Because this isn't the kind of heartbreak with shouting matches and dramatic exits. This is the kind of pain that's quiet, the kind where one person keeps fighting to hold on, while the other has already let go. There are no wounds to point to, just an ache that lingers, the kind that doesn't leave scars. It leaves silence.